Hello, and welcome to another staff spinning video. Today, we are gonna put down our contact staff and pick up our dragon staff. Dragon staff is very similar to contact staff. The major difference is you have a big spoke on the end or a weight on the end or even tassels on the end of a contact staff will make it feel more like a dragon staff because it continues the momentum and the direction the staff is spinning more so than just a plain staff without tassels or without the extra weight. It also makes the spin of the staff slower because the way physics works with this staff, it doesn't follow the radius of the diameter of the actual handle of the staff itself. The speed is the radius of this big thing on the end. So this one moves much slower than my contact staff, which moves at the speed of those tassels as they open up, which also a nice medium one for me is this guy. Really fun, fancy one that's made of metal. And this moves a little faster than a standard dragon staff, but also much slower than a contact staff. So we're just starting with dragon staff in this video. So this is a get to know your dragon staff and also learning the chi roll. This first video, we're gonna be doing this guy, which is called an outward chi roll. In my next video, we'll be talking about inward chi roll, the reverse of it. But on this one, we're just talking about the outward chi roll, which means it's rolling away from my body, outward from me. So the first thing you want to do when getting a dragon staff is pick one that feels really good. Pick one that doesn't scare you. I know a lot of these metal ones can be really intimidating because if it's swinging around by your head, it hurts. But there's a lot of nice ones out there that are either a complete circle, like a juggling ring, or even this guy is a very bendy, this is all plastic rubber. And so it's slower and it's smooth. And if you do hit yourself, you're not gonna get injured. And try them out. I say with all staves, the more you try them, the more you have fun with them, the more you try your friends' props, the more you're gonna find the perfect one for you that fits your style and fits everything you're looking for in the motion that you want from the prop. Okay, so when you get a dragon staff, the idea is that it rolls, right? So the first thing I want you to do is try to roll it in your hand, just like this. I have my thumb there, I'm letting it pop back into my thumb and go down my fingers and just roll it a little bit. You can kind of roll and pop, roll and pop. I can use my thumb there as a guard. And that's kind of the first way you're gonna feel how it rolls, the speed it rolls, how it feels as you're moving it. Cool, the second thing you're gonna wanna do is pretend your arms are the tracks of like a roller coaster, and you want the staff to stay along the tracks. If there's two tracks, we're much more stable, right? So this is where we're gonna have the most stability. You can also go a single track, and you gotta then find the balance of balancing it on a single track, one arm, one leg, etc. So with two, you can start here and use gravity, put my arms down and just let it roll and catch. Set it back, maybe lean up, put it on my shoulders. You can have your hands here if you want to catch it in this kind of prayer position, and then put it down, use gravity to let it roll in. And try it again, roll back to myself, roll out. Just getting to know your dragon staff. This would just be considered a static roll. And this is honestly very useful because when I'm performing with the dragon staff, it's nice because the staff itself has so much motion that you can be a statue and just let the staff move. And so it takes up a lot of entertaining, eye-catching motion while you're just stoic. So it's a real fun prop when you're performing. I come out, I'll light it on fire or I'll turn on the LED, and at first I just move it around without rolling it. And I tend to wait to when the music drops or there's like a motion or a moment or some sort of way that motivates the extra energy. And I take it and I just hold it and give it a twist and just a boom into my hand. And that's how I start the motion right there. And you can see I kind of twist my wrist and then throw it back into my arm. And then from there, I'm gonna start my chi roll or I'm gonna start my other tricks. So starting out to learn the chi roll, this would be a asymmetrical chi roll or split time chi roll. You can also do same time or symmetrical. Still a chi roll. I'm just doing same time, both hands in together, or asymmetrical split, one hand in, the other out. And we're gonna go over both of those right now. So the first thing to know is a hand positioning of where the hands are through this process. The first place you wanna balance it is just on the back of your wrists. You can do it on the palm of your hand if you want, but the back of your wrist works really nice because you can have your hand up and that's stopping the staff from going away from you. And then you want to lift it up, lift it down, kind of feel that flow. But what I'm looking for is keeping my hands parallel with the ground, so that way the gravity doesn't take it away, right? If I have my hands up, it's gonna roll in. If I have my hands down, it's gonna roll out and fall off my hand. If I try to keep my hands flat, this is where we wanna have our base point of starting it, because that way I know where my standard home base is of that flat position. So here, they're on the back of my wrist, and we're gonna start with the symmetrical, the sync chi roll, the same time chi roll. So what I do is I take both hands in, twist them, and now they're facing me. So now I have my fingers pointed towards my face here, and we can go backwards with that. Out, and it's out, in, and it's facing me. So work on that first and get familiar with it, get comfortable with it, and the staff should not be rolling away or towards you or anywhere right now. We're just practicing on having that control, that foundation. So the next step, this can be step 1, bring it in, boom, step 2. Now what I'm gonna wanna do is let this roll to my arms and off of my wrists. So now this is kind of more of a step 3 position. If I was to bend over, it's right about there, but I'm keeping my hands as flat as possible, up, fingers pointed towards me, kind of grabbing my neck here if you want. And then as it gets to the tip of my elbow, instead of letting it fall off, I'm gonna do the same concept, which is move your hands back out and then roll it to my wrist, which is back to position 1. So position 1, position 2, position 3 is the roll outward into position 1 again. Position 2, 3 is the roll, do that switch under and back. So there you go. That's your first step in learning a chi roll, is I would get it moving and then lift in and out and in and out. Same time, synced, symmetrical chi roll. And without the staff, my hands are going in towards me, out, back towards my audience. In towards me, back, out, away. So again, in towards me, back out. In towards me, back out. And the more you can get it to kind of hit that fingertip, you can lift up right as it's going over your hands there. So as I'm coming up, it's going over my fingertips, out. Over my fingertips, out. Okay, so that was the sync, same time chi roll. And now we want to know, how do we do this split time? The same thing, but we do one hand first and then the other hand. It's very similar, but it's slightly different in a few different ways. But I find it's actually easier once you get it going, and it looks better as well. So instead of doing these positions of 1, 2, 3 as a roll and back to 1, we're really only going to have 2 real positions that we move between. One is split your hands here. We put one hand in, one hand out. This is your starting position. So this is more of your 1, and then go back out and switch hands, and that's like your 3. So then we have the 1 and we let it roll, and then we switch to the 3. So it goes down to the wrist of one hand as it's going down to the elbow of the other. And we want to try to time it so this one will roll off of my elbow and I switch under at about the same time that's about to roll over my fingertips, and I switch back. Same thing as the other one. The more the angle you have to the ground and you're using gravity, the more speed you're going to get. So you can start ripping it and going quicker, or take it and go slower. And then I would say even try to come to a complete stop and then try it again. And use that as a drill to control your speed. Nice steady speed the whole way. So same as before, you can see I'm rolling all the way over my fingertips, letting it roll down the side of my hand, bringing one hand back to my neck and the other hand straight out to guide it on these 2 roller coaster tracks. I'm pretty much focusing on the hand I'm bringing in, so that'd be my left hand there and my right hand there, my left hand here, because once you open that, that's just holding a space. My open hand is just there, so I'm focused on this hand that's motion and moving into my face, and using that as the way I create speed. So the higher this goes, the more speed I'm going to get. And there you go. This is your foundation for dragon staff tricks. This is where all these other tricks come out of and go back to. And so this is something you want to get down nice and smooth. It looks really beautiful, And it's one of those things, like I said, your body isn't doing much. My hands are just a smooth roll in and out, but the staff is doing so much motion that audiences love it. It's really captivating. It's really fun to watch. It's like a big illusion. These different types of heads have all sorts of different looks. This guy right here, same thing, and it gives that more hypnotic look of the spirals. This one's a little slower as well, a little lighter weight. And this is your foundation, and then you can try to switch to sync. Boom, sync. And out, and sync. And what I'm gonna do is wait for a right moment where it's at my wrist and bring one in, and then the other. And it's a little weird because you have a quick transition there where it's not the full length of like 1 1000, 2 1000, 1 1000, 2 1000, 1 1000, 2, switch and back. So it's a little fast on that switch. And so again, I'll go to my fingertips now, fingertips, whoop, missed it. Fingertips, and switch the one. And now we're async again. Okay, so let's talk about some different styles you can throw in with this chi roll. Because now that you have that motion down, you have it working, there's a lot of different ways you can make this look. The first one is just by using your hands. So without using my arms much, I can just use mostly my wrists and do this really small right in my hands there. Another one is I can do real big, take it slow and into my arm every time. With that real big one, especially with a lighter weight staff and you get more used to it, you can, this bounce as it comes into my body can actually become off the body. So I just throw it, get it there, throw it, get it there. So that's a way you can kind of add more style to it, purposely get it bouncing, or not, have it purposely touching your hands all the time. Another one is moving it back and forth. So I stick my hand to the left, hand to the right, hand to the left, hand to the right. So instead of going kind of more comfortable straight in front of me, I'm going left and right. Another one that's like a little bit more aggressive or more motion in general is to do a full 180. So 180 here, all the way back, 180 there. And that happens on the pole. So I'm pulling it to my hand, boom, pull it to my other shoulder. And this is nice when you really want a lot of motion and a big thing. You can also try to walk with it. Dragon staff in general is a very dancey prop, so it lends itself to things like flamenco style or salsa style. You can really do a lot of footwork because the staff is just always in one place in front of you. You can try doing full 360s. So as I move, do a full pirouette 360. So I'm gonna have my left hand right there as I pull it in is when I move to my left. When I pull my right hand in, move to my right. You can work that in with these 180s. And that'll kind of get you a natural feeling. Once you get this 180, you're gonna know when you should spin. I move there and I keep spinning. And then as it rolls out, of course, the drama of boom, you can stop it and then start it again whenever you want. And I kind of think of it as like it's like ripping up a lawnmower, starting something, you know, you grab it hard, good rip, and then you get into your motion. All right, so that covers the chi roll, your foundation for dragon staff. This is the outward chi roll, because as I said at the beginning, it's rolling outward away from me. In the next video, we're gonna be covering the inward chi roll. And how do you make this inward chi roll look nice and smooth and work, and then transition between the two. All right, keep coming back, keep practicing your staff spinning, and I'll see you next week, and keep practicing.